Some interesting stories from my first week at Oxford.
You may have seen this next thing if you watched my YouTube shorts, but some filming crew came in to film some videos about Trinity College, which is apparently going in some Amazon Prime documentary about something that they won't tell us too much about. Obviously, I quite like my filming because I make some of these videos, so it was really cool to see all of their really high-tech equipment that they have. We did some filming and they got very specific about the shots they wanted. But what was actually really interesting is that the main guy in charge of the filming, I guess the producer, his son, was actually applying to Trinity next year and also for Classics. So actually, me going to the filming to be one of the actors, it was really interesting to meet this guy, and after the filming ended, I took him round a tour of the college and spoke to him about Classics at Trinity, and that was really, really fun. I also enjoyed it because I just got to gush about how I'm really enjoying it, and this guy hopefully manages to maybe get a place and we might see him next year. We also had something that's known as a BOP during our first week. It's an organised party. As we were at Trinity College, the theme was you had to dress up as something beginning with the letter T. And so everyone had different outfits. Some of the classicists went in togas, and we watched many YouTube videos about how to tie a toga from a bedsheet. But I think we did alright in the end, although actually we didn't get any photos or videos, which is super annoying. But everyone else came in other outfits, which was really nice. There was people dressed up as toilets, people dressed up as trash, someone even went as tuberculosis, which was a bit of a weird one. And of course there was varying amounts of efforts put in. Some people who bought a 6-foot inflatable T-Rex, but it was great fun. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, please do subscribe. As I said, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers as quickly as possible, and I have some really exciting videos lined up. Next week, I'm going to do a really long review of everything so far in a lot of detail. Workload, socialising, the facilities, the college, the tutors, absolutely everything. I think I've done a lot of short videos recently, so I'm going to try and do a half-an-hour review, something like that. Editing Sam here, and I forgot to mention at this point in the video, if there's anything in particular you want me to talk about, put it in the comments and I'll make sure that I definitely address it. Thank you. But anyway, back onto the video. Another nice thing that happened this week is all of the freshers in our subject at our college, Classics at Trinity, all went out for dinner, unofficially, just to get to know each other a bit better. This was organised by one of the classicists who actually lives off-site and so knows the Oxford area quite well, so she recommended a place that she liked and we all went there. And actually it was really nice. One of the other classicists had never had sushi ever before, which I found crazy because as a sort of vegetarian or at least pescatarian household, sushi is one of the go-to takeaways we have over Chinese or stuff like that often, but she had sushi for the first time. But overall, it was a really nice day and we got to know the other classicists in our college a bit better. Of course, as it's first week now, we have our first lectures, and I have at least 2 lectures a week, sometimes more, that I need to go to that start at 11 AM. All of that's fine, except I have a class, a Latin class every day from 10 till 11 AM, 15 minutes away. So on the days when I have these 11 o'clock lectures, I have to run out of my building from the first one and try to get to the lecture as quickly as possible. It's never too bad, and there are always space at the back for me to sit down, and there are some other people who are coming from similar classes to the lecture late. But I never quite catch the start of the lecture, but I think I've done okay so far, and it's still really nice to go, and there's plenty to learn anyway. The other thing I talked about in my YouTube shorts was going to Blackwell's bookshop, which is the really nice bookshop in Oxford, which also happens to be next to my college, Trinity College. We had to buy a Greek textbook, and actually everyone who was doing Greek had to buy it. And they told us there were not necessarily enough textbooks for everyone in Blackwell's, which is fine, you can source it in other ways, but we decided to try our luck quite late and see if we could find the textbook in Blackwell's. We went down and we saw so many classics books. There's an amazing classics section down there, but we could not find this book and we thought, oh well, no worries, we can't find this book, we'll maybe have to buy it on Amazon or get it in a different way. But then we suddenly found the book, and it was the last one left, and I was very proud of myself that we managed to just about get the book, because it's those serendipitous moments that you just have to appreciate, because otherwise it would have been a few days to deliver it in Amazon, get it to come to the college, all of that stuff. I could just pick it up and start my Greek work for, basically, the term that day. The other interesting thing, which is what I showed on the short, is that there's a portrait of a man as you're going down to the classics section, and on this portrait there's the Trinity College badge. And I'm not too sure who this man is or why it's there, that's still something I'm looking to work out, but we worked out that this downstairs bit, the classics section of Blackwell's, is actually directly under the front of Trinity College. So that was quite weird, thinking that when I was down there, my college was directly above me, even though it's of course completely unrelated. And actually, as I'm filming this, the other side of this literal wall is Blackwell's bookshop, so we really could not be any closer. And we can hear them moving the crates of books around because they sometimes slam them against the walls, and we can hear it from this room here. Despite being from London, I am quite a big Liverpool fan, and so I was worried whether I'd be able to watch the games, both from a work point of view and also practically. Luckily, one of my friends called Kat has BT and Sky Sports, and so we were able to watch the match in the beer cellar. The beer cellar is a nice social place we have inside the college, which is downstairs, and you can go. You don't necessarily have to buy any beer or any drinks like that, but there are tables where you can just chill with your friends. There are actually quite a few Liverpool fans at the college, so we all watched together. Kat's a Manchester United fan, and a few other Manchester United fans came as well. And as this video is now out and I'm filming it, you'll know that the next Liverpool game was against Manchester United, and that was a very interesting game we all watched together. We actually got onto the big screen, and that will definitely be something I'll talk about in the next game, because that got quite feisty. So there we go, that was my first week. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.